A day in the life. This is my daughter, Sapphira. 5 months old as of yesterday, getting big. She has transitioned me into a more productive version of myself. She has caused me to grow in ways I never thought I could. But that's parenting for you. You just gonna go everywhere, huh? After all that we had been through to get to that point, I was just glad she made it out healthy. I shed real thug tears. I had an ego death at a very young age. I was told stories, but I was told 3 different versions, so there was a lot that I had to process and I didn't know what information to believe. Because I had 3rd-degree burns from the chest down as a 2-year-old. I had to have surgeries, physical therapy, stuff like that. And the hospitals down here couldn't do it. That's why they sent me to Cincinnati. It caused a lot of issues growing up because those 3 stories eventually came to a head. And I got tired of trying to figure out which one was the truth. It got to a point where I wanted to find the source. And I ended up finding him, the person that actually did this to me. And I was already in a very heightened emotional state. Somebody set that fuse, and it did not end well. I got class 3, almost expelled. And it is at that point where I turned to poetry. I'm still learning how to process my emotions in a healthy way, because some of the songs I end up writing are not always healthy. Some of them come from a place of rage. Some of them come from a place of despair.
Now, he got hurt when he was 2 years old, and he had a trach in his throat. And his doctor said, I have never seen anyone in my life able to speak through a trach. Nezariah was talking just like he's talking now. He figured out a way in his throat to speak past the trach. Well, Nezariah has an IQ of 143. I don't think he ever mentions that. When he was in the hospital, the doctors were baffled at how quick he was. He reminds me of Tupac Shakur. He's sharp like Tupac. For Nez, it was almost effortless. You know, his techniques, very good.
So what got me to where I am today? Okay, so I had to go through depression, anxiety, I still battle with those 2. Bullying, I had to go through a lot of heartbreak, dear God. All that combined with the poetry and the music, you get ZT. I came into my own in high school, and that is when I started poetry as well. And that poetry evolved into hip hop. Around the time I got into college, I started taking it more seriously because my cousin Cameron, he got me into hip hop and rapping in college. He made me go even harder because he started dropping stuff. He started showing me how to record, started showing me how to become more technical with my lyrics. He's one of the reasons I have a Kendrick flow. Birmingham itself is the city of iron. And this mountain specifically, iron gold mine. This place is my connection to my ancestors. I walk these trails to kind of put myself in their shoes. Especially when I'm going through a tough time, I walk over here and be like, I wonder what they would do if they were in this situation. My grandfather walked these very same trails to get to work, knowing that if my ancestors can walk these same trails and make it out okay, I can walk my journey in life and do the same.
Who's your favorite hip-hop artist?
Me. The scar tissue I have in my throat, that kind of makes it hard for me to get them high notes, if that makes sense, which is why I don't have a lot of vocal range in that respect, but it doesn't stop me the way most people think it should. It feels great to be in the studio again, especially this vast studio with all this professional equipment, whereas I usually just make music on my phone, make beats on my laptop. This environment, it's almost like it brings the productiveness out of me. It has me wanting to record another song, if I'm being completely honest.
All right, you're good to go.
Sitting right across from the problem. Rare opportunity, I know don't happen often. I just wanna solve it. All this trauma got my community looking toxic. Tell me what's the logic? nonsense. I'm just looking at the ones who brought it, caused it, so I can sit them down and then talk about it. Cause my people looking so lost without the answers. And it hurts, seeing my people go through things they don't deserve. Police kill us, then just leave us on the curb. Then have the nerve to tell us that the system always works. How when it fails us? How when you over jealous? You took us from our own to zealous. It's not about reparations. Our blood already on the pavement. I think I thought of something better. How about we switch spots? Let's switch lives. A new plot written with new lines. How about we switch spots? But this time you're on my block and I'm on your dime. I wrote my version about the hypothetical question of what would happen if black people and traditionally white people, if their roles were reversed. My version touches on gun violence, financial stability, also the trauma that comes behind living in these areas. If the black community had generational wealth, it wouldn't be a goal, it would be more in our nature to build and save rather than typical societal norm that us as black people have grown accustomed to. What I want people to get out of my version is mindfulness. Having one side know how the other operates and vice versa and why they operate that way. I feel like that would help create some kind of bridge to fix the disconnect that we have. My plan for my social impact project, I will be volunteering for Firehouse Community Arts Center in Birmingham, Alabama. Depending on how things go, I might teach a class or two, I might run a workshop, but as of right now, I will be working closely with Firehouse Arts Community Center.
He's always been special. When I started teaching him to sing, he picked up just like that. I would like to see him successful in whatever he endeavors. And I know he will. It's just a matter of time. You know, I wish everybody love, peace, happiness, and good health.
This 48 hours with Dari and Mel has been, oh God, I don't know how to describe it. First off, they are way taller than I thought they would be. All these happy emotions and all this productivity and all these new people and new experiences. And wow, I'm just in awe at how this is all coming together. Fleeting note to the next generation of kids in Birmingham. Go for it. Screw whoever say you can't. Put everything you got into it. I'm telling you, just believe in yourself like you would believe in that mainstream artist that you think gonna make it to the top. And keep working like you trying to get where Drake at. Even if you already feel like you at where Drake at, keep working. Keep working, because you're not gonna get there unless you put in that work.